Hey, attention crypto gossipators, things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So it's time to talk real business, okay? I'm here to tell you a few things about loading up on Bone, and probably a lot of you have the same question, which is are we going to see lower prices? Are we going to see those amazing prices of 30, 40 cents that we saw last year, exactly last year when you were telling us about them, you were warning us about them? Are they coming again? Okay, so I'm gonna have to paint out a few scenarios, a few pictures for you to really have your hopes nice and high, okay, to really envision what could potentially happen and how it could happen. Okay, so for it to go down to, say for example, 30 to 50 cents, okay, that's a massive bargain. What can I say? I mean, words don't even come out. If that happens, there's going to be an explosion, because obviously the buying power is going to be very strong. Everybody's going to be trying to load up. Probably people are going to be, doing very risky things like taking out money, borrowing money just to buy our Bone, which is, I do not advise, but how can I potentially stop an individual? I mean, their eyes are going to be lighting up, so the excitement is going to go crazy. But how can this happen? I mean, look at the chart. Potentially by the time this video comes out, we could be seeing a different price. Right now it's below $1, could be above $1, but it's always around the same mark, okay? A few cents up, a few cents down. So what has changed, and what can we change? How can we make this a difference? So we're gonna have to talk about this, and I'm gonna have to lay out a few points where we could see it drop. First point, okay, is the whales. Okay, so as you know, we're about 230 supply. It's not a massive supply, especially for cryptocurrency. Now they're coming up with trillions, trillions and trillions in supply. So just having a few million isn't that much, barely a quarter of a million. And what would happen, which I think is extremely important, is a lot of whales, okay, that probably have contacts with influencers, have contacts with these news outlets, could try to push the price down just one more time before the final version of Shiba comes out. Yeah, so the way they would do it is obviously through the crazy, selling power that could trigger the price, because the volume would be there to make that change. At the end of the day, we're not trading with that much. I mean, it's just maximum, it's been $2 maximum in the past year. So I guess they could really affect the market with such a low supply. Secondly, all the news outlets, spreading the information, and they could, in my opinion, genuinely push it down like crazy, because they are going to be loading up after they push it down to these prices, just to be able to have 4 or 5 times more in their bag. And it's true, guys, there are a lot of cryptocurrency holders, the ones with a lot of money, with power. They know what they're doing, they know how it works. It's almost like they're not even risking anything because they just understand it very well. So that sort of movement can happen, okay? And a lot of people would also be jumping in, so that would be creating transactions, creating volume. Also, guys, I believe that the whales, another point that I need to make, and how we could see a 30-cent Bone or a 40 cent Bone, is if something else goes wrong with beta. Now, we already saw the problem with the code that really spread quickly. That created a lot of confusions, a lot of people got angry, it sparked a lot of emotions. I get it, and it's understandable. But what you have to understand, that something else like this could happen, even more things, even more serious things, because that wasn't even that serious, that was just a misunderstanding. But something else comes out, another weakness is identified, instead of correcting and being like, wow, this is perfect, we're gonna make it stronger, and it should be seen as a positive, and nobody panics, everybody is going to start panicking. Guys, if another mistake happens, you will see the amount of people that are going to panic. It's going to be crazy. okay? Especially before Shiba coming out, people are going to be like, oh my god, it let us down, blah blah blah. It's the typical you know, average investor way of thinking. So hopefully, yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen too much, but if it does, then I'll take it as an opportunity as well, okay? I don't want to wish it the worst, but guys, these are the type of opportunities that you would be loading up on as well, okay, if you're a clever investor. And what the whales would do, they would even hype it up even more. They would wait for an opportunity like that. They would do a crazy sell-off, so the whole market would start panicking, and that would just create a dominoes effect. The only scary thing about it is that if we wouldn't have enough loyal investors, it could potentially create a massive problem where it's just a complete collapse, everyone leaves. So luckily we have a lot of loyal people that would never leave it, okay, never let it die, because they understand that it's all going up, it's all temporary. So that's an important point. Also, I need to mention, and I need to tell you guys that another way for it to go down is if the whole crypto market collapses. We've had crypto waves, okay, back in 2021. Remember when all the cryptos went up, when it went all crazy, everyone was very excited. Shiba Inu made people millions of dollars, and other cryptos, and Bitcoin was at its peak. Yeah, great stuff, okay, lovely. But if something of the opposite happened, guys, I think Bone would drop very low, because they all follow each other. I mean, I love to think of it as unique, as it having its own utility, but guys, it would follow, because it would trigger the whole market, and it's a fact, guys. It is a fact, and we have to you know, actually understand that any moment anything is possible. But if that happens, again, an opportunity to load up. You know, it could dive deep into those 30 cents, and people are just going to make their bags heavier, and that's going to create a buying pressure, which is going to lead the price to grow as much as possible. Another extremely important factor that needs to be put out is that because right now everything is uncertain, people are probably think that, you know, $2 is the peak, that it might happen again and it'll go down and it'll keep on going in waves. You are going to see a lot of people selling out at the next time we reach $2, okay? So if we see that and a lot of people start selling out the third time, which is going to be way more people selling out, okay, it's going to be like 20 times more, because third time they're like, okay, this is definitely happening, this is a pattern, and it just keeps on happening, and it could push down the price to very low points, like 30, 40 cents, 50 cents. Again, we could see the same type of movement. So let's see how the market carries on from here, what's going on, how far it could take us, because it is all looking very interesting, okay? And undoubtedly I would love to see another opportunity for me to load up my bag, very heavy, but I can't guarantee you anything, because this is the world of cryptocurrencies. Okay, you buy, and potentially you could sell, and it could dip, and you could buy more, or it peaks. You know, anything is possible. So nothing is certain. If people knew things, okay, if they had this type of insider information, they would have already acted ages ago. Everybody would be doing it, and the charts would be looking different, because there would be different buying and selling pressures. But you never know. That's the thing. This is why I go in long term. I have a long-term vision. I understand that I stick to a utility, a use case that will help trigger the price big time. But the rest, I don't know what I can say, okay? It's not that sure. I mean, we could have another wave, we could see a dip even more. But if you're sitting there, you know, with the idea of buying, of purchasing, but you want a specific price, okay, a specific price, and you'll only do it at that price, but if you don't do it, then you're missing out. Then guys, at the end of the day, you're doing yourself harm, okay? Because everything right now is a bargain. It's an absolute bargain. And I know that people at 30 cents thought it was going to go down to 20 cents, so they were waiting for 20 cents, and they didn't load up on 30 cents. They didn't load up on 40 and 50, and then they had to buy up at 60, 70, because they realized they were too late. So you don't want to play the waiting game. That's the worst game to play. But as of now, guys, let's just keep on, you know, keeping our heads high. thinking of the best, being optimistic, being ready, you know, and making things, you know, very, very easy and relaxing for us. I mean, at the end of the day, it will grow. Just let it do its job, okay? And if it does dip, then hey, it's only an opportunity for you to load up even heavier. So let's see what is possible, and if something does cause a dip, I'll be very curious if anything that I mentioned, any points that I made, actually have come true. So turn your notifications bell on. Very important if you've made it this far in the video, because I need you to watch these videos. I need you to pay attention. We've got a lot of interesting content. Don't forget to also subscribe. Okay, subscribe with the notifications bell on, and your thoughts are very, very important. So leave them down below in the comment section. What do you believe could push the price down? Do you believe it could ever go down? Is there any chance of that happening, or are these days over? Let us know down below in the comment section. And as usual, a big thank you to everyone. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.